Hello and welcome to this video of presentation of my card game Ara Ara Card Fighters. So before I start, I just want to apologize because English is not my mother language, so I will probably make a few mistakes. So here we go. Ara Ara Card Fighters is a turn-based card game where you can do duels with creatures. You can play it against a friend or play in a solo mode against boss cards. I won't cover the solo mode in this video, but I will talk about it in an ulterior one. So what's the pitch of the game? Ara Ara Card Fighters is about you. You who suddenly and for no apparent reason becomes popular. And therefore hordes of girls, which will be called creatures in this game, are now trying to seduce you. Your objective is then to defend yourself, to protect your innocence, and avoid the unfortunate life of a master. To do so, you will use all the cards of the games, creatures, equipments, and spells to defend yourself and attack your opponents. The first player who loses all his HP will lose the game and become a Red Master. You may compare this game to other card games like Magic, Pokemon, or Yu-Gi-Oh! But those are all trading card games, which means that you have to buy a booster, starters, and single cards to create your own deck. Here, Ara Ara Card Fighters is a living card games, which means that all the cards are directly available in the game box. And another difference is that you don't have to create your own deck. There is a single deck with all the cards, and this deck is used by both players. Now, let's move to the presentation of the different kind of cards and the rules of the game. I will just zoom. Here is a sample of all the cards we can find. You will note that there are 4 different colors: yellow, pink, blue, and purples. They correspond to the 4 different clans of the game. If you zoomed on one card and look at the top right corner of the card, there is an icon. Here a knife. The knife is the icon of the Psycho cards. You have a dumbbell for the athletes, a lipstick for the sexy girls, and a love letter for the pure hearts. Another characteristic which is the same for all cards is in the top left corner. You have the cost of the card. If you have a cost of 1 Ara, a card with a cost of 2 Ara, and a card with a cost of 3 Ara. It can only go up to 3. So now let's focus on one type of cards and start with the creatures. Alors, if you look at the bottom of the card, you see that there are 3 levels. And to each level corresponds a value which is drawn into a heart-shaped icon. This value is the seduction power, or SP. And this is an important value because it's what determines who will win in a battle. This value is used in attack and defense. Some creatures will also unlock an ability when they reach a certain level. Here the Yandere unlocks her ability at level 3, and the Singer unlocks her ability at level 2. Alors, how do you read those abilities? Whether it's for creature cards, equipment of spell cards. I will just go into the rules of the game, and if you go in the end, yes, you have a lexicon which will give you the translation of each icon, which are used to describe the abilities. Well, let's focus on this one. It's the attack icon, and let's go back to this card. Well, first, when you see a white box, a white square in the ability, it means that it's the activation condition. So here this ability can be read as if the creature is attacking, it gains 1 SP. For this one, it means that if you sacrifice the creature, the targeted creature cards lose 2 levels. Alors, I will zoom back. How will you be able to raise the level of your creatures? When you put a creature into play, it starts at level 1. But there are 3 methods to raise its level. First, you can use abilities of spell cards which influence the level of a card. Second method, you can discard cards, and you can discard card from your hand or from discard card you put into play. If you discard 2 cards, you can level up from level 1 to level 2. If you want to go from level 2 to level 3, you have to discard 3 cards. The third method, I will explain it in details later, but remember that when a creature loses a battle, it gains 1 SP, one level. So, last thing to know about creatures is that you can only have 3 creatures in play at the same time. This is the reason why you have 3 columns here for your 3 creatures. Now, let's, one detail. When your creatures level up, you can put a level counter card below to remember which level she is. Level 2 or level 3, just like that. Now, let's move to the equipment cards. Equipment cards are cards which will give a boost to our creatures. You can attach it to a creature just like that, but putting the equipment below the creature. And we then give it a boost. For example, here, this one will give 1 additional SP without any condition. And this one, it will give 2 additional SP if the creature is attacking. It's the same ability that this creature had. So if this creature is at level 1, it has 2 SP plus 2 with the equipment. If it's a level 2 creature, it's a 2 SP plus 1 with its ability plus 2 with the equipment. What's important to know about equipments is that you can only attach 1 equipment on a creature. Now the third kind of cards, the spell cards. Those are abilities which have to be used instantly when the card is played, and then when it's played, the spell cards directly goes into the discard pile. So you can have different kind of spells. This one, for example, means that you can draw 1 card. This one means that the targeted creatures gains 1 SP for 1 turn. These ones allow you to raise the level of a targeted creature of 1 level. And this one tap targeted creature cards. Now, how can you differentiate the 3 kind of cards? For the creatures, it's simple because you have the 3 different levels and the SP. But how do you differentiate an equipment from a spell card? So if you look at the spell cards, you see that behind the ability, there is a spell icon with a low opacity, an icon of a girl holding a flask. This is the spell icon. Equipment cards have another icon with a girl holding a sword and a shield. Furthermore, all the equipment cards have what we call an equipment bubble. If you look at the illustration in the middle, you see that the bottom right corner, there is a bubble with the suit drawn. If you have one with a knife, with the tights, and with cat ears. This is how you differentiate those two kind of cards. So those were all the cards that will be available in the main deck, but there are other kind of cards, like the hero cards. Here you have you start with a level 1 hero card. When you start a game, you have 10 HP, and if you look at the top right corner, it's written HP 10 to 7. It means that if your HP go below 7, you can evolve into a level 2 hero card. There are 2 level 2 hero cards you can pick. You can pick whichever you want as long as it's available. The SF Geek or the Otaku. And you can note that you also unlock an ability, a hero ability, which can only be used once per game. For example, this one means that if you pay 2, you can draw 1 targeted spell card. With the SF Geek, you can draw 1 targeted equipment card. And you stay at level 2 as long as you have between 6 and 4 HP. When you have 3 or between 3 and 1 HP, you evolve into a level 3 cards. There are 4 of them, but you can't evolve into any card, into all of them. If you were an otaku at level 2, you can only evolve into a doujin artist or a wizard. To be able to evolve into an engineer or a gamer, you had to be a SF Geek at level 2. So when you look at the top left corner, you see that it's written level 3, and then there is an icon into a circle. This icon is in fact the illustration of the level 2 cards you had to be before. And finally, if you don't have any HP anymore, you lose the game and become a remaster. Let me zoom on the hero cards. Just behind it, there is a HP counter card to help you remember what your life points are. So here you start at 10 HP, but if you lose some HP, then you just move your hero card like that. Last kind of cards you will see that there are 4 packs of 4 cards here and here. Those are the boss cards, which are used as opponents in the solo mode. And as I said before, I won't talk about that now, but in an ulterior video. So that's it for all the cards. Now I will show you how to prepare a game. So first I will take the level cards and put them back here. First thing to do is to take all the creatures, all the spells, and all the equipments and put them into one single deck, and then you shuffle this deck. You pick a level 1 hero card and put the HP counter card behind. And you draw 5 cards. You draw 5 cards. What do I have? Okay. I have 4 creatures and 1 spell. And finally, you decide who starts the game. So I will simulate a game where I start. So now it's my turn, and a turn is composed of 3 different steps. First, the initiation. During this step, you untap all your cards. Well, I don't have any cards. You draw 2 cards, except for the player who starts the game. On his first turn, he only draws 1 card. So I draw 1 card, a creature. Sorry. And finally, you choose 1 card from your hand, and you put it into the Ara pool. All the cards that you put into your Ara pool are used to pay the cost of your cards. And to pay a cost, you only have to tap a card. On each turn, you can put 1 card, but you can decide to not put any. It's your choice. So here, this concludes my initiation step. Now there is the second step, the main step, or what we call the reinforcement steps before the battles. And during these steps, you can do whatever you want. I will go back to the rules of the game. Not this one. Yes, reinforcement step. You, the player one, can play creature cards, equipment cards, spells cards, abilities, or do a level up. And by level up, I mean the one where you discard your cards. Your opponent can play creatures of equipment cards, but he can play spells, abilities, and also do level up. So I will pay 1 to put into play a creature with a cost of 1. So I can't play this one because it has a cost of 2. But I can play this card, for example. When you put a card into play, it can't attack. So you can't attack with a creature. You just on the same turn you put the card into play. And the first step of a turn is the battle. So I can initiate a battle right now. So now it's my opponent's turn, but I will fast forward the game to show you a situation where I can initiate a battle. I will take this one here. I'll put this creature here, and I need 2 equipment to show you what happens. I will take this one, and I need one of the blue equipment. Where is it? Here, there is one. Flip the cards. I will zoom. I'll put this one here. Oops. And this one here. I will also add level counter cards. Just like that one here. And this one, let's say that it's level 2. So here we are. Let's imagine that it's the end of my reinforcement steps, and I want to initiate a battle. When you want to initiate a battle, you have to pick one of your creatures and design it as your main attacker. I will choose this one. This is my main attacker. You can only have one attacker. The other creatures are used as supports. So my opponent also chooses his main defender, and if he has any other creatures, they're used as support. And then, what can we still do? During the battles, I can't play creatures and equipment anymore, but both me and my opponent can play spells, abilities, and level up to boost as much as we can our main attacker or main defender. And let's say now we are done. What we have to do is to calculate the total attack SP and the total defense SP. Well, how do you do that? I'll zoom a little bit lower, like that. So here we have our main attacker at level 2. At level 2, this creature has 3 SP. Plus 1 with this equipment, so it means it has a total of 4. And then the creature in supports also offer a boost. How do we calculate it? If the creature is from the same clan as the main attacker or defender, it will give a bonus of plus 1. It doesn't matter which level the creature is or its SP. It's plus 1, just plus 1 if it's from the same clan. If it from a different clan, the bonus is plus 0. And I say plus 0 and not no bonus because there are cards like this equipment, which will give a support boost. Here you see a +1 into a star-shaped icon. The star is for the boost support, and heart is for SP, seduction power. So it means that even if this card is not from the same clan, it will give a +0 bonus, but its equipment will give a +1 bonus. So in total, this card has 3 +1 4, +1 5, +1 6, a total of 6. And what's also important to remember is that a creature can only participate in a battle if it's untapped. If this creature was tapped, then the bonus of the equipment wouldn't be in content. So, oh, sorry. Okay. So here we have a total attack power of 6, and there are 3 different outcomes in according to the total defense power. Alors, it can be, the attack can be equals to the defense, or be lower or higher. If there is an execo, so we have 6 and the opponent has 6 too, then the only thing that happens is that you have to tap your creature at the end of the battle. If your creature is tapped, it means that it won't be able to participate as in defense or as support during your opponent's turn. Let's untap it. If the attack is lower than the defense, so we have 6, let's imagine the defender has 7, then 2 things happen. So you have to tap your creature, just like when there is an execo, and since you lost the battle, you gain 1 level. As I said before, for the 3 methods to level up a creature levels up when it loses a battle. So if you have 6 and your opponent has 7, this creature has lost the battles and can go from level 2 to level 3. And then it's tapped. It won't be possible to use it in defense or support in the next turn. So it's interesting to start to initiate battles, even if you know that you will lose, because it will allow you to raise the level of a creature. For different outcome, you win. So you have 6. Let's say your opponent has 4. So what happens if in this case? Well, the main defender lost the game, which means that it's the card that will be which level will be raised. Secondly, your opponent loses HP. So if we have 6 and your opponent has 4, your opponent loses 2 HP, 6 minus 4. When your opponent's HP goes go below a certain point, it can switch hero cards and level up. And finally, what happens to the winning creature? It goes into the RM pile of your opponent. And then the level counter card goes there, and any equipment goes into the discard pile. Now, if your opponent loses all his HP, he loses the game and becomes a RM Master. And you can become a RM Master without a RM. So it means that all the cards that were in the RM pile of the losing player constitutes his RM. And usually, when someone loses, he has about 4 or 5 creatures in his RM pile. This way, in a way, everybody wins. One player wins the game, and the other earns his harem. And I think that's about it for the rules of the game. Let me check, yes. What can I say? Let's go here. This version is a beta version of the game. Well, I'll say beta, but you can consider that it's not 95% done. And it's the online version on Tabletop Simulator. I hope I will be able to release a physical version of the game. If you want to follow me and see when it's available, you can go on this website. There is also a Discord server. We'll use this video to promote my game and find an editor, but if I can't find one to publish my game, I will do it myself and start a Kickstarter campaign or another on another website. So I hope you have liked the rules of the game and are interested in playing it. On Tabletop Simulator, the game is free, but you have to pay Tabletop Simulator on Steam. But it's a good investment because there are tons of games you can play on this software. And if you like it, I really hope you will be interested in buying the physical version. When will it be released? I still don't know. Maybe this year, but maybe a little bit later. And this is why you should follow me to know what happens. So, thank you for watching me, and see you later.